Welcome to the Expedition Project Live and a special event for tonight, the Endangered Wildlife Trust's online auction preview and showcase. Now, this actually isn't the first live stream we've done with the EWT. You can look back to 2 previous episodes where we learned about the EWT's Transport and Wildlife Program a couple of years ago. The Expedition Project actually has a long history of supporting and linking up with the EWT dating back to 2012 during our very first road trip, where we met some of the EWT team in all days on the border of Zimbabwe and Botswana. But for tonight's live stream event, we need you, our supporters from all over the world, to not only enjoy some stories and news about the EWT, but we need you to get active. You can participate in tonight's live stream in a few ways, which we'll tell you about as we go. But for starters, please just tell us in the comments where in the world you're watching this from. Now, during this event tonight, we're going to be speaking to Tammy from the EWT to learn about some of the work they do. You're also going to hear about our current online auction, which is already live and open for bidding. And it's probably best at this point to learn a little bit more about what actually an online charity auction is and how they work. We're also going to be hearing from a few auction item sponsors who are going to be joining us live for a chat. And then we're going to take a look around the online auction website so you can see what is on offer and what you can bid and get involved with. And finally, we might even have some prizes to give away. And those are for those who are actively participating in our live stream tonight. But this means that you really need to send us your comments, your questions and thoughts, and participate as much as you can during what we've got to show tonight. Now, we're going to be streaming to multiple channels and websites and social media pages tonight. But if you want to win this giveaway, and actually to have the best experience possible tonight, we recommend you either move to our website at theexpeditionproject.com and then going to live streams, or watch this on YouTube. If you register for this event and you're watching this through StreamYard, you can stay right where you are. You're perfect and good to go. But in particular, if you're watching this on Instagram or Twitter, then we recommend you move. If you're still unsure, you can scan the QR code at the top of the screen, and this will take you to the auction site where you'll see the YouTube live stream on the home page. Now, if you're not watching this live and you're catching up on replay, still feel free to post your questions and comments, and we'll get back to you as soon as we can. Right, so let's get started. For starters, scan the QR code at the top of the screen using your phone, and this will help you look through some of the auction items and the auction website, and you'll see what we're talking about, and you can also get started bidding. So let's get started with a quick intro on the work of the Endangered Wildlife Trust, who this auction is for, and tonight's event is ultimately all about. Check it out.
From our smallest creatures to our mighty heads, from our sweeping grasslands to our arid drylands, from our endless shorelines to our raging rivers, comes a beacon of hope for Africa's wildlife landscapes and communities, in which both humans and wildlife prosper in harmony with nature. The Endangered Wildlife Trust is working together with you to protect our forever together.
Hey, Tammy, so good to have you. How are you?
Good, thanks, and you?
Yeah, really good, really good. So excited about tonight's live stream, and so thrilled that you and I can have a little chat so we can find out exactly why we're doing this, how amazing EWT is, and all that kind of stuff. So I guess for starters, I know you guys had a 50th year celebration recently. Why don't you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, thanks for having me, Roger. So yeah, we recently celebrated 50 years of conservation impact, and we had a beautiful bush banquet at our conservation campus in Midrand, which is kind of just outside of Johannesburg. And we were lucky enough to be joined by 2 of our original founders. So that's Clive Walker is one of them, and he founded the trust in 1973, and James Clark. So these guys joined us as well as all of our sort of CEOs that we've had in the past. So we had Neil King there as well as John Ledger. And I mean, I got to spend a little bit of time with Clive Walker, and he's such a wonderful, warm man, and he's done so much for conservation. And he originally founded the trust, as I said, in 1973, and he first fundraised for cheetah conservation by selling. He's an artist as well, and he sold some cheetah prints to raise some funds, and that's how he got his first sort of money secured and started work on cheetah conservation, and that's where our logo comes from, which is the cheetah paw. So yeah, it was a really special event.
Oh, amazing, amazing. So for those that are new to EWT, maybe hearing about you guys for the first time, do you want to give a little bit of an overview of some of the key things you do and some of the work that you're involved with?
Sure. So our 3 strategic pillars focus on saving species, conserving habitats, and benefiting people. And we do this through 13 thematic programs. So some of our saving species projects will focus on African crane conservation, birds of prey, carnivores such as lions, cheetah, wild dog, threatened amphibians, which are obviously very important, and vultures. Some of our habitat work includes our work in the drylands area in the Karoo, and more recently in the Soutpansberg area, where we've actually purchased a property. And then our people-focused programs are our National Business Biodiversity Network, which basically helps corporates mainstream biodiversity into their business operations, which is it was a newish sort of program to start off with, and it's just grown from strength to strength. So very important work there as well. And then finally, our People in Conservation program, where we aim to work with communities, and basically, we all need nature to survive, and we depend on nature. So we're trying our best to kind of live in harmony with nature and help communities to do so as well.
So, I mean, obviously fundraising is so important for any charity, and it's one of the hardest parts, I think, of any charity's work is to get the money that's needed to do all the amazing work that you guys do, for example. So obviously with this auction that we're going to tell everyone about tonight, you guys have done in-person auctions before, and now I guess you wanted to try and see if we could get a bit more of an international audience. Is that right?
So yeah, Roger, I had a Stellenbosch Golter that was scheduled for beginning of April, and it was rained out due to pretty terrible weather in the Cape. And I had these incredible auction prizes lined up, and I thought, this is such a pity. I wish I could get more people involved in these things and not have to sort of rely on these in-person events as much. So yeah, my thought went to, I wish, if I could do an online auction, it would be great. And then I was lucky enough to have met you a few weeks before that. And, I didn't have any budget to do it, and I didn't have any know-how on how to do it either. And luckily you jumped on board and you built this incredible website, and you helped me to secure prizes, and yeah, it kind of just got started from there. So, one of the main reasons that I was keen to do this was, to diversify the way that we fundraise, to find new ways to raise funds. And I mean, you and I have chatted about this. If we can show our sponsors how, the benefit of supporting an online auction like this and our live events, and give our current donors a new way to kind of support our work. We're constantly asking people to donate and get involved, but people can become a bit tired of that. So this is a really cool new way for people to support our work, bid on amazing prizes, get an awesome weekend away, or a fantastic piece of art, or a piece of photography, and give back to conservation as well. So yeah, I'm very excited about the concept, and I'm pretty sure with your help, we can make it work.
Well, what's been amazing in sort of putting this all together for everyone watching is that it just proves what an amazing country South Africa is, and how everyone is literally willing to get together to help conservation. Now, Tammy, we've just reached the 100th sponsor mark today, which is amazing. So that's 100 different accommodation establishments and restaurants and activities and photographers and artists and all that have clubbed together to make so many amazing items to put up for auction, which is incredible. And I think that really just shows how much everyone believes in your work and the amazing stuff that you guys do, EWT, and how important it is. And just this whole collaborative aspect, I think, is amazing. And then that's what the Expedition Project was founded on, which was collaboration. And it's just amazing to see you guys obviously doing exactly that as well.
No, it really is incredible. I mean, 100 different sponsors is it's completely epic. And I think what I really like about this is how tourism and conservation kind of they rely on each other, and a lot of our prizes are from tourist sort of establishments, and we need each other. We have to work together as much as possible. Showcase our beautiful country and conserve our precious biodiversity. So. I think it's a good formula.
So I think for everyone watching, some people are new to auctions, some people know exactly what they're all about. Some have maybe done some of your in-person ones before, but I guess for all of us in the EWT space, the online auction is a new thing. So we're going to speak to some of the auction item sponsors in a minute, but before that, it's probably a good time just to give everyone a quick explanation of what this online auction is all about, how it works, what some of the lingo means that you're going to hear over the course of the live stream tonight, so that everyone's up to speed and everything like that. I would encourage you though to, as I mentioned before, to scan the QR code at the top corner, and this will take you to our dedicated auction website. And as I mentioned, there's 100 different individual sponsors that are on board on that website, and some of them have been put together into packages and some incredible auction items to bid on. But yeah, let me just talk you through a little bit of what this online auction means and some of the lingo, so they can bring everyone up to speed. Charity Auctions 101. So online charity auctions offer a dynamic platform where individuals can bid on items or experiences donated by supporters or businesses. And all these proceeds then go towards the charitable causes in which the auction supports. Now, participants can browse a whole lot of items, place bids, and track all of their progress on their bidding remotely, all through our own dedicated auction website, which also has an app. Now, our auctions typically have a set duration, allowing bidders to engage at their convenience while supporting meaningful projects from anywhere in the world. So what is bidding? So bidding is basically the opportunity to select an item, make an opening bid if you are the first person to bid on that item, raise the bid if someone else then bids on that item, or you're not the first person to bid on that item. And this will be an incremental raise, so a little bit more than what the last item was, or you can enter your own custom bid amount and raise it much more than any of the previous bids. And then eventually that bidding item will close, and there'll be a deemed winner based on the highest bid if that reserve price has been met. And then finally, you'll be asked to pay for that item that you have bidded for if you are the winner of that item. Now, what is a reserve price? So we mentioned before, a reserve price is the minimum amount that a charity is willing to accept for an item that is being auctioned off. Now, the reason for this is that often in charity auctions, you want to set a reserve price so that this serves to safeguard that the item doesn't sell for less than the amount that the charity hopes to raise. And finally, live versus online auctions. So a live auction, items are only available for bidding at live in-person events. However, you can browse what's available on our auction site. Now, following any of these live events, these items may be available for online bidding after that in-person live event if their reserve price is not met. Now, online auctions and online items are available for bidding during the bidding periods. Now, online items are not normally available for in-person bidding at any of the live events, and this is the case for the current live and online auctions. So this means that you cannot bid on the live auction items. You can only bid on them during the in-person events, but you can bid on the online items, and these are live right now, but they won't be available for bidding forever. So you need to make your bidding known as soon as possible. Happy bidding! So now it's time we're going to meet a couple of the auction item sponsors and just have a very quick chat with them. We've got some sort of nice intro videos just to lead into introducing some of the auction item sponsors that are going to join us. So let's start off with our first one, which is Fleur de Soleil in Franschhoek. Have a look at this. Now, if that doesn't make you want to get to Franschhoek, I don't know what else. So welcome, Anton. Thank you so much for joining. How are you doing today?
Doing very well, Roger. How are you?
Oh, great. Thanks for joining us. And obviously, it goes without saying, thank you so much again for getting involved with this auction. Why don't you tell us a little bit about Fleur de Soleil and Franschhoek and why it's so special and why you?
Yeah, so we are a five-star boutique guest house in Franschhoek, South Africa, just outside of Cape Town. I think that besides our great location in the village, which is minutes away from where all the action happens, and our sort of internal furniture and layout, like a lot of establishments do have, ours were all locally made in the area. We're very proud of our team. It's probably our biggest asset. Absolutely phenomenal team. We've received numerous accolades for our outstanding hospitality over the years. We understand what true hospitality should be. Quality in service or product is not what you put into it, it's what the guests get out of it. Luxury is also not the grandeur of a hotel. Many five-star establishments have very smart rooms and so forth, but it's in the warmth of its hospitality. They say that the perfect hotel stay is like a love affair. It leaves you longing for more. So we invite everyone to come and experience that at Fleur de Soleil and in the culinary and wine capital of Africa.
Oh, thanks so much. I mean, just looking at those photos and hearing you speak about it, I don't know who wouldn't want to come check you out. And you guys have got so many amazing reviews that I've seen. And so your words are 100% true. It really, really looks amazing. So why getting involved with EWT? I mean, what is it that's sort of, drawn you into supporting, the amazing charity that is Endangered Wildlife Trust?
It's interesting that Tammy mentioned Clive Walker. At that time, I think it was called the WWF or something, the World Wildlife Foundation, or it was sort of linked to that. I still had a Suzuki SQ410 or whatever vehicle, and I had a sticker of the wildlife on that vehicle. It's I don't think people realize the loss of biodiversity can lead to ecosystem collapse and the spread of disease and food insecurity and that sort of thing. And in addition, the loss of endangered species means the loss of cultural heritage and aesthetic values. So perhaps the most important thing is the loss of endangered species threatens our own survival as a species. And that's why we regard it crucial to support organizations like the EWT. And Tammy is 100% right. It goes hand in hand with the hospitality industry, and there should be a far bigger cooperation.
Oh, such amazing words. And I mean, you summed it up so nicely. It's such a knock-on effect. And I mean, I couldn't say it any better. Thanks so much, Anton. But for joining us tonight, thank you so much for helping, with this event and sponsoring, the items that you have, which is incredible. Just thank you so much. And hopefully we'll be able to chat to you again soon.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Thanks so much. So next up, we're gonna show you a little bit of a video from the other side, the other coast now. So on the west coast, Paternoster, we've got an amazing sponsor called Farr Out. So check this out, and then we're going to meet Marion in a minute. So have a look at this. Oh, Marion, welcome. Thank you so much for joining. I can still remember the very first time I visited your amazing spot in beautiful Paternoster back in 2012, and then your hospitality was second to none, really amazing. How are you? Thank you so much for joining.
Thanks so much for having us here, and it's really nice to be part of this whole setup. It's really, really an honor to be here with you as well. Thank you.
Amazing. So tell us a little bit about Farr Out and obviously Paternoster as well.
Well, Paternoster is still like a little charming fisherman's village, and it's just 1.5 hours drive from Cape Town away. So it makes it easy for the Cape Town or the city dwellers to have a nice little getaway for the weekend or any other day, obviously. And we do have like an 8-kilometer long unspoiled sandy beach, which is, I find, rather unique in the whole of South Africa. There are not many beaches so close to a little town. And that makes it really, really special. And the community also works hand in hand with the tourism industry as well. And that makes it also extremely special. There's no like, oh, who are you? And we must be this or that and the other. That really makes it different. And everybody is just like charming. And we have now started also a new project, which is called Refresh Paternoster, to put it back onto the map. That's what we're busy with. And for our guest house, I would just like to read a little TripAdvisor review what we received some time ago with regards to the Wigwam Rising Moon, which is the sponsorship from our side, which is a twin peak teepee at the outskirts of Paternoster, still on our little small holding. It reads like, think howling winds and eerie cries of wildlife, but you're tucked into an octagonal bed covered in blankies and even a heatable one under your bum. Morning greets with an instant warm shower, and afterwards crossing a wonderful adventure garden with many nooks inviting you to sit down and admire before your sumptuous breakfast awaits you in the main house. And that is really like summing it up, and it makes it really special. On top of it, we offer a wood-fired hot tub, which guests can pre-order or get spoiled with an in-house healing touch massage, or what was in the video visible as well. Join Dion for an incredible beach buggy find or safari. That's from our side.
Oh, love you guys. That's absolutely amazing. And I still remember that beach buggy trip with Dion so well. It is such a beautiful part of South Africa. And you know, the thing is, the West Coast doesn't get highlighted enough when international visitors do come to South Africa. And I really wish more people would go up and visit you. So thank you so much. And so I guess finally, just why EWT? Why do you want to sort of support the amazing work that the Endangered Wildlife Trust do?
Well, I can't really add much to it what Anton said already, but like the little bit what is happening on our side. And we are so proud to have like the little fives here, and believe it or not, like a couple of days at nighttime, we spotted gannet, which is really awesome. I've never seen it in the 20 years we're living here. And obviously Tammy is in the bigger picture, and conservation is so important. And that's why we're supporting it. It's really awesome, and it's hard work, and begging for money is not a nice job, and it's always difficult. So that's why we're happy to support you, Tammy.
Brilliant. Thank you so much, Marion. So yeah, for joining us tonight, thank you. And obviously for all the support over all the years, but also, you know, for supporting this auction now as well. Thank you so much. Say hello to Dion from all of us. And yeah, just thank you so much for joining. We'll see you soon.
All right. Good luck with everything.
Thanks so much. So, Tammy, I mean, just amazing. The two starting off, just kicking us off with two amazing options there for items. You got anything to add?
I'm just feeling the love at the moment, Roger. It's just, it's beautiful. It's I mean, what incredible prizes and what awesome people. And like you say, that's what South Africa's about.
Absolutely. Now, I know there's a couple of shout outs you want to do, because obviously we couldn't get everyone onto this live stream. We couldn't, you know, invite everyone for a quick chat. So we're just doing little snippets as people have seen. But I know there's a couple of ones that you want to do a shout out in particular.
Yes, please. So, I mean, firstly, one of my sort of long-term donors and yeah, I mean, a lot of my donors become friends of mine, and it's an organization called AHA Hotels and Lodges, and their CEO Graham Edmund and their whole team. I mean, they not only support every single golf day and every single event that I've ever done with. I mean, their establishments all over all over the country are top class. Beautiful places and incredible accommodation. But they actually support their monthly donors to our carnivore conservation program. So, they're just incredible people and a really awesome organization. So they're the first one I wanted to thank. And another awesome organization is it's a company called Go to Africa, and they put together sort of bespoke African experiences and target sort of the international markets quite a bit. And they're not only big donors of our work as well, so supporting us with cash money, which is always very difficult to find, but they organized the Thorny Bush prize for us, which is that prize is I think it's worth 64,000 Rand or something. So special thanks to them, and of course to yourself. So I couldn't have done any of this without you.
Amazing. Yeah, so just having a look at Thorny Bush there, and obviously some of the AHA properties, just to bring this slide back up. So these are all the AHA properties that are available on the auction website for bidding, which is amazing. Some incredible ones there. Some of them will be for the live events, the in-person events, and some of them are online. But yeah, some incredible properties and well worth it. You could grab a real bargain by getting bidding on that. So just a reminder to everyone, charityauction.bid/EWT. You can go and check out that website. There's also an app available. Once you go onto the website, if you go to the support section, you'll see it'll show you exactly how to download the app, so you can get bidding and monitor the progress of your bidding, and just participate as much as possible. Now, we're going to go through a few of the other sponsors. Tammy and I are going to talk a little bit more about the auction websites and some of the bidding that's available. But I suppose one of the other things I wanted to just show everyone before we feature a couple of others is just what you guys need to do next, and how the auction website works. Get your registration sorted, because everyone does need to register. So yeah, I think maybe it's a good time now, Tammy, if that's okay with you, just showing everyone sort of how the website works and how bidding works and everything. Is that okay?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, let's do that. So first of all, registration, pretty straightforward, a normal sort of registration procedure that you would be used to. The one thing I would point out, you can still put in your province under state and your postcode under zip code. So then once you have registered, it'll log you in, or you can go to the sign-in page. Once you're logged in, your account area will show you any of the biddings that you've done, what the progress is on that, and give you a full rundown and full statement of all your activity. So to show you how to bid, let's just pop back to the home page. So the home page has got the general instructions on what's coming up, when bidding starts or ends, how fundraising is doing, and a little bit of details on where some of the money is going. So on the top menu bar, if you go to the auctions page, this will give a breakdown of the live and the online auctions. So live auctions are the in-person auctions, and then online auctions are the auctions that are able for bidding just online. So for the live auctions, these are only available for browsing. So you won't be able to bid in any of these. You can use this as a browsing catalog if you are going to be attending any of the live events. And the online items are where you can actually do the bidding in there. But if you want to break that down into the different sections, you can go to catalog, and it'll have online, live events, currently the 24th of May, live events for the 31st of May, and then raffles. So let's start off with online. If you go to online, it'll see all the items that are currently available for bidding, the ones that have already been bought, and where bidding's up to so far. So if we can have a look at Thorny Bush, for example, it says the current bid is now up to 17,000, and we can make a bid on that. So if we open that up, it'll open and it'll say reserve price is not yet met. The reserve price is the minimum amount that will be required before this item can be won if it is chosen to be. It'll then tell you how much longer you've got for bidding, and what the current high price is and what the next bid must be. You've then got two options. You can either automatically go to the next amount that is required, or you can enter in your custom amount. So let's say, for example, we want to bid on the next available amount. You can just click it on there, and then it's got the buy it now price. So this is traditionally about double the price of what the actual value of that item is. So in this case, 128,000 Rand, which would be great if someone can buy it now for that price. And this would automatically close any bidding and someone can buy it outright for that price. Otherwise, bidding can continue. So let's bid on that. It'll then just confirm, say, you sure you want to bid that amount, click OK. And as simple as that, that bid is then added to your account and it's then updated on the system there. And we can go to account over there and you can have a look. You can see all the total of all the bids there, and it'll show that you have actually bid for 2 nights at Thorny Bush Game Lodge for 18,000 there, and you also bid for a night's bed and breakfast in Paarl for 1,250. It's then got some of the raffle tickets, etc., etc. Now, at this point, I do have my credit card details entered already, but in order to bid for these particular auctions, it isn't a requirement to have your credit card details put into bid, so anyone can register an account and bid straight away. If you do win the items, or if you do need to check out and buy anything, then it'll then request you to put in your credit card details. So you can update that right at the end. Throughout the process, bidders will keep updated via the website, but also by email notifications. And they'll get sent an email if they are the higher bid, or if they make a bid, or if they get outbidded, so that they're able to keep track and be notified so that they can counter any bids that are coming in. And then also, once the bidding is closed and they are asked to check out an item, they will get notified of that. So hopefully that sort of makes it all clear and everyone understands exactly the process now. Really straightforward, really easy. And a lot of fun as well. And I mean, looking at these items that are around, Tammy, I mean, it really is just, people can have a lot of fun in doing some bidding, and some you may win, some you may not. But I think in the words of my auctioneer mentor Patrick Siver, he said, bid high and bid often is what he keeps saying. So that's always a good tactic, I think.
That sounds brilliant. Yeah, I mean, there's an auction is a lot of fun. So I think people must get involved and go for it.
So shall we show some people around some of the other items that are available? I've got a couple of other videos to show, which would be great. So we've got a fantastic item up in Komatipoort, just south of Kruger, or the south gate of Kruger National Park. So check out this video, really amazing. Have a look at this. Fantastic. So there is the Komatipoort auction item, which people can start bidding on. I think this is one of your favorites as well, isn't it, Tammy?
Yeah, I'm definitely bidding on this one. That's this is near Crocodile Bridge, isn't it?
I believe so. Yeah, I believe so.
Looks incredible.
I mean, and what's so nice about this is obviously we've got the value of these kind of items on there. So, you know, we might reach that, but then there's also the reserve price. So people could get a real good bargain by starting a bid and getting this going. So it's a complete win-win. And I really just want everyone to, you know, get bidding, get active on this. You could grab a real good bargain. It's all for a good cause. So definitely worthwhile. So I think another one that I wanted to show is we've actually got all of these items are, there's a lot of accommodation, a lot of packages and stuff. It's all based around South Africa. And then we've also got some artwork and some photographs, which we're going to show you in a minute as well. But there's actually one item that is up in Namibia, just as you cross over from the Northern Cape into Namibia. So amazing for them to get on board. Also another spot that I managed to visit on the very first expedition project trip in 2012. So I've got a little video to show you about them, and then we can talk about them. So have a look at this. Absolutely amazing. So there's the auction page for that one. Open for bidding now. Please, guys, get involved. Really a great deal to go and visit the south part of Namibia. What do you think of that one, Tammy?
No, that looks incredible. I'll be bidding on that one as well, for sure.
Do you enjoy fishing?
I can watch people fish.
I think it looks like a great spot for a bit of that, and yeah,
does,
just something completely different. Really, really amazing, and I can recommend it from firsthand. Really, it really is a good spot. So yeah, next up we've got a really nice video that was sent in to us from Madikwe Hills. Tammy, I don't know if you want to talk a little bit about them before we show the video.
I've actually not. I've never been to Madikwe Hills, but Hannes has supported us for a few years now, and this is a pretty fancy Lani place. So I think it's going to get some good bids in. But yeah, it looks incredible.
Yeah, definitely deserves some love. So I think after you see this video, I think everyone watching will agree. So have a look at this. Amazing. So here's the page for Madikwe Hills. Absolutely incredible. I mean, look at that. So value 32,000 rand. Starting bid is 7,000, and then it goes up in 1,000 rand sort of increments. Buy it now price is 64,000. So this is actually one of the live items. I think you've got lined up for Copperleaf, Tammy. So can't bid on this online at the moment, but if this doesn't sell at Copperleaf, which I'm sure it will because it's amazing, then we can move it online and give people a chance to bid on that on the online side. So yeah, this is an example of one of the in-person sort of items.
Absolutely brilliant, yeah. And I remember at our golf day last year. This one, I think it brought in quite a lot of bucks. But like you said, if any of these items aren't getting what they deserve, then we'll move it online and give everyone an opportunity to bid on it.
Definitely. Okay, so I think now let's have a little look through. We'll just pop back to the online page, which is the main place I think everyone can get involved, and just go through something. We've spoken about Thorny Bush. We've got one of the AHA places there, Thakadu River Camp in Madikwe. So another one from Madikwe, along with Madikwe Hills. And then we've got this experience here, which is actually an amazing one. Maybe you can speak a little bit about this, Tammy. It's actually a combination of a stay in a lodge, and you've got a rhino experience as well.
Yeah, so this is Dinner King Game Reserve, which is just outside of Pretoria. So it's like 40 minutes from Pretoria, so super close. And Ritsako has donated. It's a 2-night stay for 2 people, bed and breakfast and lunch included. And we've managed to organize a conservation experience to monitor black rhino, which is super, super special. Black rhino are critically endangered. They're one of my favorite animals. They're one of the best things that you can see in the wild. They're super sort of aggressive, and they're just wonderful things. And to get an opportunity to try and get up close, and monitor these with telemetry and speak to the people that are looking after them, because you've got full-time people that are looking after these rhino within Dinner King, because we just have to. That's the nature of conservation at the moment. But I've done that black rhino experience. It's incredible. It's life-changing.
And using the words of the famous wildlife vet, Dr. Peter Rogers, who I do a bit of work with, and helps me with some of the online courses that are also available for bidding as well. He also said when he's done work on the black rhino and everything, and he brings them around after they've had the anesthetic and they've maybe had their horn trimmed or anything like that, and they start to come around, he says it's like setting off an atom bomb. He says they go absolutely berserk after they've woken up. And he says complete contrast to the white rhino, which wakes up so chilled and so oh, what's going on, everything. With the black rhino just goes berserk straight away as soon as it's woken up. So you're absolutely right.
They are so special. There is something about a black rhino. They are just magic.
Oh man, okay. So let's pop back and have a little look and see what else we've got. Moving down, we've spoken to Fleur de Soleil, which is amazing. He's got fancy. We've got one on online and one for the in-person, I think, as well, which is incredible and really well worth. If you haven't been to Franschhoek, you need to go to Franschhoek. If you have been, you obviously want to go back. That's just one of those places that is so like that. And here's another one, which is a lodge stay and elephant and cheetah experience. So this one's in Oudtshoorn at Buffels Drift. So another sponsor and partner of the expedition project for many years now. So also it's sort of located in a place you don't expect to see what you get when you arrive, which is really nice. You get there just outside of Oudtshoorn. It's obviously the Karoo, very dry and everything like that. And then all of a sudden they've got this haven, what's like this oversized watering hole, and really nice with their sort of chalets right on the water there. So also well worth a bid, and definitely encourage anyone to get involved with that. And as you can see there, they're throwing in a bush safari and elephant and cheetah experience as well, which is fantastic.
Looks magic.
Very, very good value for money there. Let's pop back. And everyone watching, I hope you're doing the same. You're having a little scroll through here just to see what is available, because there are some amazing things. So we've got quite a bit of support from Stellenbosch as well. Yep. And we've got this one from Lanzarote Hotel, along with a spa treatment as well, which is excellent. Tammy, I don't know if you want to speak about this one.
So Lanzarote's been supporting our Stellenbosch events for a few years. And look, Stellenbosch is Cape Town, that whole area, it's quite weird, because Paarl is quite different to Stellenbosch, is quite different to Franschhoek, is quite different to Cape Town. But they're all, Stellenbosch is just, if you go there, it's just a magical place. I love Stellenbosch. Yeah. Love it.
So I've noticed a lot of these items. We've got some fantastic ones for little couple retreats or a little break, you know, for husband and wife or boyfriend and girlfriend or whatever. And because there's a bit of golf thrown in with some of them, there's a bit of spa treatments thrown into someone. So I mean, there really is something for everyone. And I don't know, you hear people say that a lot. There's something for everyone, but you know, literally having a look through these, it does seem like that, because you go across here to this Hermanus one. We've got a wine and dine couples escape, which looks amazing, and Marine Hotel, which is, I mean, you don't get better spot than that, really, in Hermanus. Really incredible. Yeah, I want you can tell us a bit about that, Tammy.
I'm actually dying. I haven't been back to Hermanus. I don't know when last you managed to go, but I'm very keen to get back there. But this is quite a cool package that's been put together. I mean, it's a whole. Like you say, it's a wine and dine and some special places. I mean, every place that we've featured here is it almost looks better than the last one.
I know. I mean, it's so good, really, really good. And there was one just before I got to the one that we jumped over just to get to that couples retreat. So another incredible one here. So Clouds Estate, Stellenbosch, another one of your Stellenbosch ones, Tammy.
It looks fantastic, and you can get that. I mean, you can get that for a real steal. Because they've given us a really good deal there, but it looks too beautiful.
So starting bid only 2,500 rand. So absolutely steal. If you're bidding from the UK or the US, I mean, you know, divide that by 20, and you've got an absolute bargain. I mean, reserve price, what have we got the reserve price for that? I think is not too high either. So, I mean, it really is, you know, an amazing opportunity to get some good deals. And as I mentioned before, you know, support a fantastic cause, which is the EWT. So let's have a look what else we've got. We've got the online wildlife conservation course. So if you don't want to get away, or you can't travel, you know, this year or anything like that, and you can't get to actually use one of these experiences, then we've got an option for you just to stick online, and you can go and get involved with a online wildlife conservation course. And this is actually quite nice because it's a combination of several different organizations which have clubbed together and put together something for veterinary medicine, bioscience, ecology, zoology, marine biology, wildlife conservation. We've got a bid already going there. So yeah, get involved. We've got a few of those to give away. So yeah, honestly, get involved with that. It's a nice quick win, that one. And then we've got another sort of part of South Africa which we haven't got featured at all. You know, there's a few from Stellenbosch, there's a few from Hermanus, some in Cape Town and around there. And we've not actually got one in this area of the Eastern Cape either. So Catberg Mountain Resort and Eco Golf Estate, a really nice one, a new supporter of the expedition project, and very, very nice of them to give away a 2-night stay for 2 people sharing, including breakfast. And yeah, starting bids, it actually has been bid on already, so the next bid must be 2,250 at least in order to go, which is great. So a fantastic start for that, and really nice if you are looking to golf, or if you're just looking for a nice little escape. And this one, I mean, what can I say about Crawford's Beach Lodge? So this is one of the only ones in this part of South Africa, of the Wild Coast, which is incredible. Also, remember the first time I managed to get there in 2012. Such amazing hospitality, and obviously the Wild Coast of South Africa, for those of you who don't know, is just, I mean, it's just an untouched haven. It really is. And Crawford's literally right on the beach there. So swimming in the sea, surfing, you've got an amazing little town of Sinsa right there. Some fantastic wildlife projects nearby as well. I mean, it's just, it really is incredible. And this one's also a great deal. Great deal. Have you been to that part of South Africa, Tammy?
I haven't done enough of the Wild Coast at all. I'm ashamed to say, but this I was looking at this one, and this really looks like I mean, look at that coastline. It just looks incredible, and look at how beautiful that bush is on the beach. I love it. It looks magic.
Amazing. So thank you so much to Mark Crawford and the team at Crawford's Beach Love for sending that through. And then moving on to Addo, obviously the famous Addo Elephant Park, and nearby we've got Charihundra luxury tenant camp. So it's a new sort of refurbished sort of area that they've done, and they've just built these really nice luxury tented camps. So another bargain here. And I can see it's already got a bid as well from Rachel. So thank you so much, Rachel, for bidding on that. The next bid must be at least 2,250. So great chance if you want to do some glamping and get involved. Right next to Addo Elephant Park, which is obviously always worth a visit. You can never go and visit that enough, and really, really incredible. So that's a fantastic one. Thanks so much to Aidan and the team over there. So who have we got here? We've got one night boutique hotel and organic wine estate stay in Cape Town. So Silver Mist, do you want to talk a little bit about them, Tammy?
So another sort of Stellenbosch supporter. I mean, you could, if you're coming from the US, you should just, or the UK or wherever you're coming from, you should just, bid on the whole lot and just do a tour of South Africa. I mean, all of these establishments are epic.
It's such a good idea, actually. Yeah, just bid on a few, and you've got a whole week or 2 week trip all lined up, sorted out. Absolutely amazing. Sure. Okay. And then just going through, we've got one night bed and breakfast in Paul with
love Paul.
Amazing place. Yeah. Beautiful place. I was actually born not that far from there. So
cool.
Got a special place in my heart. I don't know if anything you want to say about these guys.
Nothing. I mean, obviously, thanks for their support. But I mean, I've only been to Paarl a few times, but it's got such a lovely. It just feels quite special when you're there. It's a wonderful place. I love that area. So cool.
No, the amazing thing about South Africa, and I know all South Africans watching will know this, but for anyone internationally who's watching this, I spent 250 days on the road in 2012 in particular, and I visited 192 different towns and stayed in 176 different accommodation establishments. And one of them was Farr Out, who we had on earlier. And I mean, how welcoming and open everyone was, just to, and how proud they were of their town. And the amazing thing is, you go from town to town, and every town's got such a nice, unique quality. I mean, you go to some, parts of the world, and every country has its uniqueness. Obviously, it does, and everything like that. And obviously, South Africans are very proud of their country. But I in all my travels, I've yet to find a place where you can go from town to town and just find something so special about each town and the warmth of the people. And I can't speak highly enough of it. And this auction catalog just gives you such a nice range of so many different places to go, from the west coast to the east coast up to the north. I mean, it's really, really amazing. So just everyone just get involved. Really, it's for an amazing cause and really well worth it. So just coming to the end of our online catalog here, we met with Marion from Farr Out in Paternoster, and there's her bidding page there. So we've done that. And we're just coming to the end. We've got a couple of photographs from Brad Lawrence, who submitted some really good images, which, Tammy and I were speaking about this. We wanted some images that really represented, I think, what EWT is all about. And Tammy, obviously, cheetah has been something that's been, one of your guys' iconic species since the start, right?
Absolutely. I mean, Clive Walker, like I mentioned, started... we started our work on that. It's our logo. We launched the cheetah meta population in 2011, and our cheetah population was declining at that point, and we managed to be one of the only countries global with a growing cheetah population, and we're very proud of the work that we've done on this species. Amazing.
So you can pick up this amazing photograph by Brad Lawrence. So starting bidding is only 500 Rand, so an absolute bargain. So you can start bidding for 500 Rand, valued at 2,000 Rand. Obviously, supporting EWT with that, getting a great cheetah photograph for your wall. So just amazing. Let's have a look. There's another one from Brad as well, which is a beautiful lion on patrol one. Just love those paws at the bottom. Just absolutely iconic. Really, really beautiful. So thank you so much to Brad for sending those through. There's also another one which I'll just show you quickly while we're on the sort of photograph side of things. So it's in one of the live catalogs at the moment. So Donovan Hewlett, where's he got? Donovan Hewlett with a beautiful leopard. I mean, look at that. I can just imagine that on my wall, to be honest. Really incredible. So also starting bid only 500 Rand. So worthwhile keeping an eye on that to see if that pops online after the in-person one, if it doesn't get sold, which I'm sure it will. But for those of you that are going to Tammy's golf days, then you get a great chance to grab this potentially, which would be excellent. And then, so Tammy, I suppose just to wrap up, any sort of particular ones you want to just highlight from any of the in-person days, just while we're going through some of them?
Well, I mean, if anyone's keen to come and join the golf days or come to the live auction, at those two events, we've got Copperleaf Golf Estate, which is in sort of outside of Pretoria on the 24th of May, and Stellenbosch on the 31st of May. And then, I tend to host quite a few golf days throughout the year. I'm doing Belita, which is on the KZN coastline in August, and then another one towards the end of the year. But I was just looking at that lion photograph that you put up, and just to share with the people watching, the staff that works for EWT, 80% of our staff are based in the field, and one of our guys working on our lion work, our lions are under real threat, from snaring and poisoning, and it's an absolutely iconic species. And one of my friends and colleagues, I mean, just to sort of the lengths that these guys will go to. I mean, he was working in the Transfrontier Limpopo National Park, which is on the border of Kruger going into Mozambique, and it's bigger than the Kruger Park, and I think there's 3 roads throughout the area, and they are, I mean, you can barely travel on them, and he's completely isolated, and he would spend nights sleeping in a tree, calling up lions to try and collar them, and I mean, this is a 40-year-old man. He's not a young man anymore, and I mean, I would just get off the phone with him, after he'd come back from his field work, and it's brutal stuff, and these guys are just so. It's they're so committed. So it's a wonderful organization to work for. The people are incredible, and our impact is amazing for the amount of staff that we have. I'm always blown away. We're going to be putting close to 100 million Rand into conservation this year, which is pretty epic. And one of South Africa's most established and oldest conservation NGOs, and we're really looking forward to the next 50 years. So I'm excited to see what this auction can raise for us.
Definitely. I was a bit slow on the uptake when you were talking about the in-person one. So for those of you who are interested, please do get in contact with Tammy if you're able to join on the 24th of May, Copperleaf Golf Estate, and then we've got Stellenbosch 31st of May. So if you're around, that part of the world, then you can get in touch with Tammy. You can email Tammy or email auctions@theexpeditionproject.com if you want to speak to Tammy about any of those. And then you also mentioned the Belito one as well, so the 8th of August. A few things to get involved with. So I mean, I guess Tammy, to round up, let's just have a little look and see how the bidding is going so far. So we had a couple of bids recently and everything, so really need everyone to get involved. Get your bidding going. Register your accounts, your bidding, your accounts on the auction website, and get bidding. As I mentioned, bid high, bid often, or just you can bid as many times as you want, or you can bid a few times. Really, completely up to you. Just get involved as best you can. So Tammy, obviously amazing work that you do, and thanks so much for sharing all the stories. I don't know if there's anything else you want to sort of cover before we round up for the evening.
I think, I mean, this was a really, really cool experience, Roger, and I'm glad we've done it together, and I'm looking forward to doing a lot more and getting a lot more sponsors on and getting a lot more donors supporting our work and raising a lot more funds for conservation.
Definitely. No, and to everyone watching live, thank you so much for joining. Please just do get involved. It's for an amazing cause, and I can speak firsthand for the incredible work that EWT do, and obviously, all that Tammy said. Really, they do some amazing work. Thank you to all the sponsors and some of which who joined us tonight for a little chat. But thank you to everyone out there. Obviously, can't go through every single one individually because there are, as I mentioned, 100 different individual sponsors, which is incredible, and we're just so grateful. But keep an eye on social media, keep an eye on the auction site for all the updates, get bidding, really get involved as much as you can. If you're watching this on replay and you didn't catch us live, obviously don't worry, you can still post your comments, still send us any questions, get involved, and use this as a bit of a resource just to find out exactly what's happening. But Tammy, thank you so much. It's been great chatting to you, and really good just to hear some of your stories and hear about some of the sponsors as well. And to everyone watching, thank you so much again. And yeah, just keep in touch and we'll see you soon. Thanks, everyone.
Thanks, Roger. Be
See you
good.
soon.